top. Alrighty. Let's see if we'll continue to push. That can't delay. But I was pretty much looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, and there is no room for any downside based on how these candles are printing right here. All laws got respected right here. All laws got respected right here. So it makes perfect sense for us to continue to push bullish. So this is what I am looking at. Once we can stay above the support area, then I won't be closing my position once we can stay above here. But I think, this push like 5 pips, I think we'll be able to get at least 10 to 15 pips there about. We should be able to. We should be able to. I was looking at GJ. And I think if GJ breaks and close above here, we might get a nice push with that. But, let's see how it goes. And the 15-minute candle just closed above the area. So we're not looking bad. We're not looking bad at all. We should continue to push. We just have to be patient. We just need price to stay out of this range and continue to move up. Ooh, wow, look at that. Let's go. Let's go. That's 7.6 pip. See if I can get about 10 pips. I think, in managing risk again, if it pulls back to Henry, I can knock off a 50% because the idea is for the market to continue to push price bullish. So you want to keep your losses as small as possible. So that is always the idea. So, yeah. But I think GJ gonna fly. Like honestly, if this 30-minute candle close above resistance, guys, I don't know about you, but I might take it. In all honesty, if we close above here, this is the same thing I've been talking. I sent in the analysis. Either side of breakout, beautiful, should be going. But for now, let's monitor this. I think we just need to keep going. I mean, once we stay above here, I don't have any problem. What I will do now, if it pulls back to break its own low, then I might just close another 50% of the entire position. Because the idea is for price really, really, really to stay above this level. And I mean, breaking above all these highs, after creating a lower, we can pull back to break its own low. Then I wouldn't really like the idea of that. So I might just knock off another 50% in managing risk. And, just let's see how it goes. Because if it run and hit 1-to-1, then the losses would have been covered basically. I think it's like minus 2 pip when I close 50%, which is pretty okay. It's pretty okay. They just have to manage risk, just be really impatient with losses and draw down, and you should be good. Yeah. I think we might need some volume in London. So if it pulls back to your entry, you feel a need to close another 50%, you can go ahead and do that. But I'm not going to close anything until if it breaks its own low. At that point, then, you don't need to create a low. We can pull back to break your own low. Yeah, because they're looking pretty good on the H1. For the volatility, I think there is potential buys if price pulls back to here. You know, the only thing it just tap the 0.5 zone and start to push. Seeing that a break and close above this level, you know, create a high, pull back to farm support to retest the high. I think by the end of tomorrow, we might be able to tap the high here. We might be able to tap the high. Yeah, if it probably if it breaks it slow, just knock off a 50%, another 50 in managing risk because we really need to stay above this level. Really need to stay above the level. And this would be the 15-minute breaking the high and breaking the low of the previous 15. Yeah, because if you're going up, you should respect the lows and disrespect the highs. You know, gold a drop, gold break the local support, you know. You know, gold give a perfect break, farm resistance, sell it down. Create a low pullback, farm resistance, sell. Create a top we can flip. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like this rejection. I don't like the rejection. If it break the low, I might just close it because, you know, I'm really trying to conserve with each trade. If it continue to push, then that would be good. But if this 15-minute breaks a high, breaks a low, you know, volatile candle and seeing that they are pulling back in the range, you know, we might just continue to range or get stopped out. So you really want to be careful with this. So if it breaks a low here, I'm going to take off another 50%. Because I would have managed risk twice in one trade, losing less than what I intended to. And I was okay risking what I was risking. Say if I get stopped out, you know, I'm not gonna get emotional about that. I'm just gonna, you know, give my trade a second chance if I see any setup and then manage risk just the same. This is going down. Yeah. And if we break a little support there, we have like, you know, 24 or 25 pip. Wick fill at 36 pip. Honestly, I just don't like gold. I don't know why. Like maybe because when we started out the experience, so that kind of changed my mind. Gold is just too volatile. Like you just not gonna send a signal on gold. You know, gold is really volatile. So like if you are trading gold, you just want to get in, get out, and just call it a day. That's it. You don't want to say you're taking goal and trying to swing goal. I mean, if you take a trade and you know you're getting 10 pips, you move stop to entry, and it continues to move like this, then you know, praise be to God. But goal is savage. Okay, GBPJPY. Yeah, so I think if we can get this, you know, 30-minute candle to close above our level right here. Then, looking at it on the 1 hour time frame, these are minors, because we have better structure on the 1 hour time frame. So I think we should get continuation, and this range is pretty much big. It's a 40 pip range, so you just have to wait for a clean candle to close above this, orangish, yellowish area, or whatever that color is. I don't know colors. Yeah. I mean, this low got respected. Well, this low got respect this low. This low respect this low. This candle breaks all the high here. Why are you pulling back in the range? Yeah, I'm closing. I close half more because I'm not gonna get stopped out at max risk. Yeah. Just gonna leave a small position to run. If it continues to run, then but if not, lose less than what I intended to. That's the most important thing for me. Yeah. You see why it is important? So whenever you see candle push up to your resistance like this, sometimes I like to take it like after 8 a.m. in the New York session, when you have a candle close by your resistance, and then the next one start to break the wicks, that's considered to be an impulse entry, and it works best when there's a lot of volume in the market. So, like the pre-NY and the pre-land, and I don't really take those types of trade. So sometimes you will find that candle will push down and close here, and I leave a little wick, and then you get a new candle, create a top wick, and then it just pull down and start to break the low, and then you take a sell here with anticipation that the volume will continue to drive price down. A more structured play would be for price to break and close below the level, or break and close above the level like this. Then you can say, hey, price is leaving my area of consolidation. We are leading up to high volume session. So what are the probability the market will continue to push price in our direction? So that's the most important thing. So let's see. Yeah, look like you want a range. Yeah. You know what? I'm closing this now. Not gonna risk it. Not gonna risk it at all. 13, 12 pips out at 240. 125. Okay. Now I'm gonna risk it. Because seeing that price close back in the range, then just not gonna risk it. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. You just have to really, really tight with risk management. Because as I always say, you're gonna get those days, you enter the trade and the trade just start to move. Or you get 20, 30, 40, 50 pip easy, easy, easy. So the idea is risk small and capitalize on the big move. So when you can identify that the trade is no longer valid and you manage risk, you're gonna save yourself a lot. I can tell you that. Alright? Because the risk for this overall was 12 pips, about 240, the entire risk that I was risking on this trade, and a loss 125, which is pretty okay, because that's about roughly 40 something percent, but above, I say back roughly 45%, you can call it, by just managing risk. If you had held on to your entire position and the market pulls back and hit your stop, you would have lost the entire 240 basically. So that's the reason why I place a lot of emphasis on managing risk. This will allow you to gain and save a lot of money in the long run. Alright, you see how the market are pulled down. Just imagine if I didn't cut 50% when this candle breaks the low here, and close another 50% when this candle breaks the low here, and close the entire position when this candle close back in the range here. You just have to manage risk. We're not gonna win every trade, but with risk management, you're gonna see profit. I can tell you that. You're gonna see profit with risk management. So just really focus on keeping the loss small, and once you can do that over a period of time, everything will be merry. Alright, and let's see, hit the buy zone, so let's see how this will play out. If we will reject it and continue to push up.
That's what I was asking you. I did not enter the first one because
No, the first one, no, I actually send it, whenever you see I send a trade and you see price is in this area, just wait for it to pull into your buy zone, because the confirmation is that the overall, even though this is a pullback, the overall market trend is bullish on the bigger time frame. Alright, to push down to create a low, push up to create a high, or we're pulling back to form some form of support to retest the high. Also, this is the golden zone on the fib. We will also be respecting the trajectory of the trend line just the same. So that's more than enough confirmation to actually take a buy here. If price breaks your zone and pull back to say, below this minor resistance here, then at this point you can say, okay, price is closing below the trend line. What can I do to save myself some dollars? You manage risk. You take off 50%. So if the market hit your stop loss here, you would have lose less than what you intended to. But in managing risk and the market push back in your direction, you would have covered the 50% you close, and then you would have made some extra profit just like that. So that's the whole concept behind managing risk in the market. Very important. So I don't hold on to a trade and say, okay, it's gonna go in my direction when the trade is going against me. No, if the trade is going against you, the trade is just going against you. So you have to identify that, hey, I don't like how this is moving. What can I do now? Take some position off the board and look at this. All right, for example, if I did not manage risk here, pretty much I would have lost 240, so it is what it is. You just have to manage risk. You just have to manage risk, That's what will actually keep you in the game. So if you're gonna allow every single trade to hit your stop loss at max risk, it simply means that in order for you to go back in profit, you would have to win the next trade, risking the same amount, and based on your risk to reward ratio. That's what it means, But take, for example, you enter the trade at 100%, you say back 50%, But you enter another trade and it 50% or 75%, you would have made back what you would have lost in the previous trade. And then whatever you gain after that would be profit, So person really need to understand the importance of risk management. If you don't have risk management, you're gonna suffer in the Forex market. You're gonna suffer in the FX market. So you have to be on your toes with risk management. That's what I learned from my mentor, and I am applying it just the same with my trading strategy. because I've seen where it worked for him, you know, and it just make perfect sense to me. It just make perfect sense to me. And take for example, we won GJ. It was GJ won GJ this morning, risking about 11 pips. So even if you had managed risk on this, it simply means that you would still be in profit just the same because you wouldn't have lose your entire gain from yesterday basically. So it's always good to manage risk. It's always good to manage risk. And look at that. Would have gotten stopped out at max risk basically. Just like that. So it's always important to manage risk. It's always important. So it's either. What time in London now? 7:38. So one of two things gonna happen. The market will break either side. One of two things. It will break either side. And the pair is GBP USD. You know, I'm currently just waiting for a break for sells below or a break for buys above. But I'm not take any trade in this range right now. I'm not gonna take any trade in this range. This is the no trade zone. Use a better color. No trade zone. Not sells below. Buys above. So we need something to break and close above or below. That's a two option right now. So once we can get that, then we shouldn't have any problem because within another 20 minutes, the London market will be open. And at that point, that volume will come into the market, you know. I think it would be nice to get a 30-minute candle to close on this in our direction. Yeah, but I like the way this candle came down and tapped the buy zone. So if we can get a nice bullish close that engulfs the body of the previous candle, and then the next candle create a lower, we can start to break the high of this candle or even here, then this will increase the probability for us to continue to push up to retest the high. Because if you look, even though it looks a bit messy here, if you see that the market is creating lows pushing towards the upside, and we made a big push, are we now pulling back to give us that support above these resistance level or rejection level for us to continue to push back bullish to retest the high. This is a trade I would take on VIX any day. But if price breaks your trend line, then you need to manage risk just the same. You know, USD is closed, yen is closed. GJ is going up, GBP USD is going down. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna watch GBP JPY. So we need something to close probably about here. You know, that would be a good idea. Let's change this. You know, so we need something to close above the level. Need something to close above the level. Once you can get a close like this, even if this current candle, you know, close above the level like this, then we should be good. We should be good. You know, we have another 16 minutes, so let's see. These guys are ridiculous with them price here. Damn. I don't know, why would somebody want to sell a course for 1,000 USD? No. Jamaicans, you know, Jamaicans are sell course for 1,000 USD.
Because they go put money in pocket.
No, like honestly, I can't and I won't be that cruel. Uh-uh. 1,000 USD is like $150,000. You don't need to sell somebody a course for that much. Like that's ridiculous. I even the person, I'm not gonna call any name, my mentor is even more successful than him. And when he's doing his mentorship intake, it's like $500. Think after tax and stuff like that, you probably pay about 520 to 540. But he only do intake probably 1 or 2 times per year, basically. And it's not that and it's not half as expensive. It's not half as expensive, you know. And this is the community, you know, you would have gotten access to. And you have person in here that communicate just the same, share chat breakdown, person in the Asian session, what they are looking for, just as here. And it's not half as expensive as that. Well, half the price, but he's more successful than, you know, persons who are selling course that expensive. He's more successful than that. You know, but I don't. Well, for me, I know that I am not going to, you know, do that. I know that I am not going to do that. You know, so a lot of person caught the second buys on GBP JPY this morning. It gave confirmation for buy.
I think because people really want to learn, so they just
Yeah,
learn.
person want to learn, yes, but at the same time you have to be considerate. You know, you have to
Mm.
be considerate at the same
Like
time.
they're saying, it's value.
One thing man you can't
Yeah,
afford it.
that's how I've heard persons explaining when they have certain prices. They say that the value they have is a lot because
Me not go
can't
sell.
afford
My
it.
most expensive course gonna be a one-on-one, and it probably gonna run for anywhere between 6 to 8 hours thereabout. And the reason behind that, it's because it's a one-on-one session and it is time consuming, and you know it will basically total probably about $40 over what I would work on a normal day here. So it's just like a day job. That would be just a day payment, you know. So, and the content, you will have access to the content for life, and you will get access to the premium group for 2 months. You will get short breakdown for 6 months and stuff like that, just to get you up to speed. Some of these persons, they just sell us something and that's it. Like
Yeah,
a
no, my
member, a
thing
member
when
in the
they just
community.
they just get some PDF and you probably see them on one time and
Yeah,
that's it.
a member in the community the other day messaged somebody pertaining to a course on the internet and take the screenshot and send come give me. And for his thing on a monthly basis, I think it was either 150 or 200 USD. I mean, I say, yo, seriously? This is crazy. Literally crazy. What I am doing, if person come in and apply themselves the real way, they will see. It is okay with the signal, but you know, put in the work to understand the market so that in time to come you can branch out and do your thing on your own.
That's so true. For me, we just master it, and as long as I master it, then I basically don't have to do my data anymore.
You're gonna get it,
Which
man. Trust me. You're gonna get it.
take up a lot of time.
Yeah. So the volatility, it came back down to test the area again and it starts. So it makes perfect sense for us to continue to push up. You know? So person paying attention, they can capitalize on this. But I'm gonna see what this brings. We can close above, then think it would be a good idea to take buys. But if it pulls back like what GBP USD did, then I'm just gonna call it a day. I'm not gonna go in the overtrade business and the urge to make money and stuff like that. Just gonna call it a day. You know, because when you can identify that, hey, this is not the day for me, and you can call it a day from early, the better it will be for you. I can tell you that. Yes, so that's that. What I'm trying to do now for the community, I'm creating a bot where you can ask general question and you will be provided with an automated message. So that can assist person as we go along just the same. That would be a good idea. So, like broker and stuff like that. The different websites.
Can you say when exactly do you have these sessions? Do you have a schedule? Because sometimes I just have to see the message. Sometimes I don't see them.
Not necessarily, like what I'm doing now. You see, for the chart breaks down, usually those are recorded and sent, but you have a lot of new person and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
might just do some pop-up session in the night. You see, because me in the living room and when the people them come home from work and them a move around and something, so I just really have to
Yeah.
wait till them settle in because the room them so small I can't even put a desk in the room or anything. So me out here, so that's the reason why. So most time, like 10, 11 o'clock thereabout, if the when the place quiet down and stuff like that, then I'll send the link. But as it relates to the live stream, if I'm up, I'll send the link. But what I normally do is to just send the signal when to buy, sell and stuff like that. But I think for future, in the future, I definitely will work out something as it relates to that.
Okay.
Because person really need to see the hands-on, to get the under experience of what I am doing, how I go about analyzing the chart and the setups, why I'm taking this trade, how I go about managing risk and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. So 5 minutes. 5 minutes. The H4 is bullish. I don't know lower wickers yet. But the thing is, we're at a daily resistance as well. We're at a daily resistance. But I think in closing, if price close above, then we would be closing above this level here. We'll mark this level. Yes, so if price breaks and close above, we'll be closing above the daily resistance level. And then you can anticipate volume to continue the move bullish. I think we might continue to push up. If this candle can close above here, then I'll be interested in taking a buy. Because that's what I normally trade to. That's what I normally trade to. It's the same thing with GBP USD. The only thing is that, price close above the minor resistance and then this candle close back against us. So you just have to manage it. You will always get plays like these, because you have the resistance here and you got this candle close above. And looking at it and even under the 30-minute time frame, you notice the lows pretty much got respected here just the same and we're just moving bullish. And on the bigger time frame, the overall trend is bullish. And I was looking at, seeing that to creating higher lows. These are the important level right here. So even if you get a trend line all the way out, you get a one touch, two touch all the way out, you see that price bounce from here, the trend line, are we going to bounce from here a third time or a fourth time to continue to push up? So same thing we talk about the swing lows. You just have to identify the significant swing lows and swing highs. Then you can determine the direction of the trend. But things like that happen sometimes. So it's not a case where, I lose a trade and then I get mad or upset and try to make back what I would have lost instantly. Once you start to do that, then the market gonna heat you up. Anytime this breakout, trust me. And if anybody monitor this and catch the breakout or catch the breakout, trust me, gonna get a nice move. I see this range. The longer the range, the harder the breakout will be. You know, you see in the market, you want to catch the market trending like this. Let me use another color. Use another color. You want to catch the market trending like this, creating lows, creating lower highs, lower lows. This is how the market moving on a normal day, you know. This is how the market move on a normal day. So you see in entering a trade, you know, you have a swing high to your swing low. What happened here again? Price pulls back to your golden zone. If you get a fib, I attach it from here to here. What happened again? You have your golden zone here. Just the same. Simple. It's the same as the break and retest. You know, we break structure right here, create a low, pull back to farm resistance, or you know, 50 to 60% retracement. You sell it down, retest the area, we break through the structure again, create a new low, pull back, you know, farm resistance at the 0.5, 0.618 zone. You sell it down again, just the same. It's always the same concept basically. You know, this it works with the break and retest just the same. You come again, you have your swing high, you have a swing low, you attach it, price stop your golden zone again right here. You know, and we push all the way down. Even if you said okay, remove this. You know, you swing high, you swing low. Maybe this wouldn't hit the zone, but you get the idea. The break, pull back, farm resistance, you sell it to retest the low. So whenever the market is trending like this, you can get buys easy and sell easy based on the higher highs and the higher lows. So it's really not hard, you know, it's really not hard. Yeah. Didn't get the close above. A breakout is coming still, you know. A breakout is coming. You supposed to drop now. Yeah, makes perfect sense. Did a little fake out. Did a little fake out, break and close above and close back in the range, and then push in the opposite direction. Yeah, could I use a 10 pip stop? Topping up about 5 pips. Yeah, but the only thing with this range is that it's a bit small. This is like 13 pip. I need my range to be, you know, like 20 pip at least. You know, 18 pip is okay too, but I rather to use like a 20 pip range for buys and sells. Yes, sir. No call a name for my stream. But them want sell them $1,000 course of for them business that's their business. You know, I think we definitely need this candle to break the cipher confirmation. If we get this high to be broken, because you see the thing is lower highs because it is lower than the previous, another lower high here because it is lower than this high, you know, and also the lows got broken here. So far we respect this low, but I think if we can break the high, then that would be extra confirmation. But if this candle starts to disrespect the low, you know, it will be pulling back into your buy zone, so manage risk. That's all you can do. Because the idea is to get in and for price to move in your direction. You don't need price to pull all the way down here and dangle and with hopes that it will pull back in your direction. As I always tell you guys, once the lows start to get disrespected, then you have to manage risk because you really want price to push in your direction. Different from if you're looking to do a day trade where you plan to hold the trade for the entire day. You know, that's different because drawdown will definitely comes with that. But you know, if you're looking here 20 pips, 30 pips thereabout, you just have to manage risk. Yeah, but I think this should continue to move if we can, you know, respect the zone, continue to respect the trajectory of the trend line, then 'cause it's been a while we haven't gotten a hit on VIX still, you know. Trust me, wanna come do. It's been a while, VIX. We haven't lost a trade. I think we lost one trade last week, if I can remember. But I mean, Saturday, Sunday was good. Trust me. Saturday, Sunday was good. I would have over that up my trade. Mine on myself, you know. Let's see if this 15-minute candle will close above. I think if it close above, let's see. If it close above and the next ones start to break, you know, probably about 320. Start to break above 320. Might continue to push if we start to break above. I will be leaving this area of consolidation also above the 50. Even though the 15-minute is weak confirmation, but you know we are in the London Open now, so let's see what the market brings. World clock. I forgot my bed.
My eyes closing now too.
I think we're gonna push, you know. This might continue to push, but I would need to see a 15-minute candle close above. So even if it just bursts and continue to push, you know, just wait for it to pull back to farm support, then you buy it up to retest the high. You know, I was looking at this. I was looking at potential buy here. I was looking at potential buy here. You know, breakout. This was news based. Pull back with farm support, and if you look at the candle here that we always spoke about when there is no lower wick, there is a 50% chance. There's a 50% that price will continue to push down whenever you see a candle close bearish with no wick. You know, we got a pinch of a wick and we break the high. You could have buy here or here with your stop below here, with anticipation that this candle would respect the low right here of the previous candle and continue to push bullish. But this move pretty good. Like I like the way our GBP AUD moves. It moves pretty good. You get nice plays on it. You know, if you had took buys here, you know, a nice 15 pips. Yeah, should looks pretty good. Yep, and that's it. I think GJ should be going now. I think GJ should be going now, but I don't, you know, I think I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. I know it's gonna move, you know, but I don't like to take trades like these. I'm just gonna wait. You know, I'm just gonna wait because seeing that, you know, London Open will start to break above all the wicks here, it makes perfect sense for us to continue to push bullish. And even if you look at the lows right here, all the lows got respected on the 15-minute. You know, the lows got respected. So it makes perfect sense for us to continue to push bullish. You know? So let me just wait for the candle to close and then we'll see how it goes. The only low got broken was right here, which is pretty okay because this low got respected. This low is getting respected so far. So we are looking pretty good. I think better buys you would definitely need at least a 15-minute candle to close above the area within another 5 minutes. No, don't get too jumpy and enter a buy. They're gonna move. Finger and touch the buy button. With anticipation that we should continue to seeing that, you know, it's the London Open. We break and close. Well, we don't close as yet. We break the wicks, but I'm not advising anybody to take this trade. If you feel the need to take a trade, wait for a candle to close above the level. All right, but if this candle pulls back to break it slow, then I'm gonna get out the trade and call it a day. Better buys would be for at least a 15-minute candle to close above this level. Once you get a close above here, you should be in the safe zone for the market to continue to push up. Because at this point, ask yourself, why are we leaving this area of consolidation? There's a reason behind that. We are leading up. We are in high volume session, I should say. So it makes perfect sense for us to continue to push bullish. You know, so if it breaks it slow, then, you know, I might just call it a day. But seeing that it breaks above these wicks right here, you know, it makes sense for us to continue to push bullish. So let's see how it goes. Like 10 pips. Yeah. I mean, if it break it low, me just knock off 50% or just call it a day. But I like this, and we should continue to move. Better confirmation would be for close above the level. But you know what? Sometimes when you wait on that confirmation, you know, you just miss the trade, and we are pulling back in the range. This is just dancing around. You know, it's just dancing around. But I'm just gonna monitor this. Just going to monitor this GBP JPY. You know, it's pretty much easy to get 10 pip in the market. The market will always give you 10 pip, 151, 200. Market will always give you 10 pips. Easy, easy, easy. You know? But I don't go in the market and trying to get 100 pips or 50 pips with every trade. If you're targeting that with your trades, there's a 50% chance you will be profitable long term. Fourteen. How is this looking like this? Come on now, that close back in the range for me. Oh, need to stay above this level for us to continue to push up. And yeah, let's see if we will continue to push. So in managing risk, if this candle disrespect the low here, I'm gonna close 50%. But I think for better buys, once this candle starts to break the high here, that would be a confirmation for us to continue to push up. So if you feel a need to take the trade, wait on a lower wick first, and as you create that lower wick and push up to disrespect the high of the previous candle, then you can take your buy. But if it starts to break the low here, then you just have to manage risk. I think it should be safe keeping your stop probably about here. Because if we are going up, we don't need to break 1, 2, 3 wicks. Don't need to break the low of 3 candles if we are going up. Yeah, and this is the last trade for me for the day. So if this don't go according to plan, then I'm just gonna call it a day. Not gonna go in that chasing the trade thing. Partial stop loss is where you close 50% of your position or more. So you know, if price push down and start to break low, then you can close 50%. Better buys will be for the 30-minute to close above. But you know, I think we should continue to move up. So if it breaks low, then I'm out and I'm just gonna call it a day. So we'll go on. Yeah, so the volatility. Yeah, I mean, if you have caught buys here, should be a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, or at least close by to that. 1.36. Oh, hold on there. You seeing it now? Yeah. Yeah, so I was looking, I was talking about buy for the volatility right here, the 75. You know, price came down, tapped the zone, then push back up. You know, but I think we should continue to move up still. Should continue to push bullish. If it breaks the low here, then I'm just gonna call it. Them here no party, then still I keep party. Continue to create higher lows. You know, so when the market create the higher lows, we are basically creating a step. But if the low starts to get broken, I mean the step is going in the opposite direction basically. If it breaks the low, then I'm just gonna call it a day. Call it a day. Cause seeing that to create a lower wick, we push up, we break above all the highs on the 30-minute candle, and we are now pulling back to break it slow for a second time. You know, so that increases the probability for the market to pull back in the range. So if you tap it, then I'm gonna close the trade basically and call it a day. But once we can respect the low of the previous candle, then I'm willing to stay in the position. But I just have to manage risk. Yes, I think I'm gonna close it. Just gonna close it and call it a day. I'm just gonna call it a day basically. Guess the probability is not there. Probability is not there. Yeah. 15-minute candle close above. nice wick. Yeah, probability is not there. It will continue to range basically. Got it on the 15. GBP USD. Why a Gongola go? Nobody is trying to buy this, Nobody is trying to buy this. $30. I forget a 30-minute candle close. If you don't get a 30-minute candle, then don't take a trade. Below this level right here. Should continue to drop once we break the low still. But I'm done for the day. Done for the day. Done. Mm-hmm. And if we break the low, it makes sense for price to continue to push bearish. But that's GJ close back in the range. Classic fake out. You know? Yeah. That's a fake out. Close back in the range. Classic. It's just the same, you know? These getting respected. So if this can respect this, it's always the same idea. Once you start to break here, break the lows of the previous candle, then it will increase the probability for us to continue to push down. You know, because all the highs here got respected. So if this candle respect the high, breaks the low, then there's a high chance we should continue down. But I'm not gonna take another trade. Two shot. If the two of them miss, then that's it. No, don't need to go into over trade and over risk and stuff like that. You just have to, you know, control the losses and, you know, keep your head in the game. I mean, gold is just going bearish. Bearish. Like 16 pips stop, which is pretty okay. 16 pip is okay, but you know, I'm just done for the day. Looks good once to break the low, but you know, that's it for me. As you see, when you force trade, that's when you actually mess up yourself. So no, nothing is wrong with having a losing day or a losing week once you're not over risking and over leveraging. Because I know that with this strategy long term, you know, at the end of the month, I'm gonna be in profit just the same. Definitely need some volume to hit GJ. Definitely need some volume to hit. Can get some volume to hit. We should continue to push. But better buys would definitely need a 30-minute candle to close above here or below here. Definitely need a 30-minute candle to close above. I'm gonna sign off now, guys. I'm gonna be back on probably about 6:30. I will get 1 3 hour or 1 2.5 hour. Definitely need it. But if you're monitoring and you're looking for another trade, wait for price to break and close below or above on the 30-minute time frame to take the buy or the sell. That would be your confirmation for price to continue to push. The 15-minute. Yeah, that would be the confirmation. I'm gonna definitely need some rest. I'll catch you guys later. And don't